And that's the end of the first half. As the teams head to the locker room, the Spartans lead the Bulldogs by a score.
You guys stink.
Geez, Coach, we're only down a couple of points.
No, I mean you guys really smell. You need to hit the showers. And here, I got every one of you new bars of soap from the Sterling Soap Company. Each bar is artisan crafted using natural ingredients and essential oils. They also have shave soaps, colognes, beard balm, and a whole lot more. Now get in there.
But Coach, we have another half to play.
I don't care. I can't stand to be around you.
A few minutes later.
All right, bring it in tight. You guys are still playing terrible, but you're smelling great out there. Now listen, you're going to need to stock up for the rest of the season. We got a lot of tough games left. So go to sterlingsoap.com after the game. That's STIRLING soap.com. You got that?
Yes, Coach.
Great. Sterlingsoap.com on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sterlingsoap.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hi, folks. Welcome again to another episode of Pro Football in the 1970s. I'm your host, Joe Zagorski, and today's topic is They Took a Licking but Kept on Ticking. Now, in the 1970s, John Cameron Swayze would advertise Timex wristwatches with the slogan, "They took a licking but kept on ticking." The same could be said for several NFL running backs during the 1970s. Some of those runners achieved the ultimate honor of being enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Others, perhaps, upon retrospection, should be. Now, running backs across the NFL were an endangered species during the 1970s. You have to remember that the accepted strategies of that era involved pro teams running the ball first and foremost. It was a trend that was hard to refute. I suppose that legendary Green Bay Packers head coach Vince Lombardi really popularized the running game in the 1960s, and coaches across the league certainly wanted to replicate the success that Lombardi experienced. So, in a way, some of these running backs might have been regarded as throwbacks to a previous generation. One of them was Miami Dolphins Hall of Famer Larry Zonka. There was no pretense involved with Zonka. He was going to run straight ahead right at you. He had absolutely no desire to juke any opponent who was drawing a bead on him. There were several adjectives that fit Zonka's running style, and the most perfect of which is punishing. Few were the defenders who had the strength or desire to tackle Zonka head on. Anyone attempting an arm tackle of the burly runner would be swatted away by number 39 as a mere afterthought, like a gnat at a summertime picnic. More often than not, would-be tacklers would prefer to run alongside of Zonka than jump on top of his back and try and weigh him down. With luck, one or two of their defensive teammates might help out with the attempted gang tackles of Zonka. Many defensive players tried to dive at Zonka's knees as they tried to trip him up. The films show numerous times that such an approach resulted in those defenders getting the worst of the confrontation. But over time, diving at Zonka's knees did eventually take a toll on Zonka. He appeared to get up slowly after most tackles, but he always got up. He was a man's man, a rugged and durable runner whose determination to gain yardage gave him not only the reputation as a beast, it also helped to give the Miami Dolphins a pair of Vince Lombardi trophies. Now, another running back in that same era for the Washington Redskins had a determination that was equal to Zonka's. Larry Brown was not built with a frame like Zonka's, mind you. Brown was only 5 foot 11 inches tall, and he weighed only 195 pounds. But Brown was all heart and desire. In my humble opinion, his body took more physical punishment than any other running back in the NFL during the 1970s. Where a lot of tacklers dove for Zonka's knees, practically every defensive player dove to hit Larry Brown's knees. At times, it was somewhat terrible to watch, and it showed the violence of the sport from that era of play. It often took Larry Brown a long time to get back on his feet after he was tackled. There were many occasions where he required help from some of his teammates to help him get back into the huddle. But when the ball was snapped on the following play, there was Brown carrying the ball again with all the vigor and desire that was his trademark. Today, Larry Csonka is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He gained 8,081 yards and scored 64 rushing touchdowns during his 11-year pro career. In contrast, Larry Brown played 8 seasons in the NFL. He gained 5,875 rushing yards and scored 35 rushing touchdowns in his time in the pros. Both of these durable runners took a licking, but kept on ticking. Now for today's trivia question. It's a true or false question. True or false? Both Larry Brown and Larry Csonka attended the same college. Is that statement true or false? Thanks a lot for listening in to this episode of Pro Football in the 1970s. I'm your host, Joe Zagorski. And remember to check out all the other great podcasts on the Sports History Network. Take care, guys.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
The Sports History Network, where legends live on and the past plays loud. Welcome to the place where history's proud. From gridiron glory to the hardwood stars, from the racetrack heat to Olympic bars. It's the voices, the stories, the moments you miss, told by fans and pros who live for this. Hook and Themic, the Sports History Network, where the past comes alive. Podcasts and blogs that keep the flame high. From Babe to Brady, Alley to the Dome. If it's history and sports, then this is the home. SportsHistoryNetwork.com, the headquarters of sports yesteryear.